Cool. Appreciate you guys for the wait. Had a last minute seller showing. Actually, they want to do a live. The plan was initially to go there and do the whole seller appointment live, but we couldn't do it. So I ended up having to just push everything back to right now. So I appreciate you guys for still showing up and everything like that. Give a minute to for everything to go and pop off. But hey, Lolita, I appreciate you for showing up. But yeah, we had a still a live appointment. It was really dope. He kind of walked around the property. I wanted to show it live and live stream that whole thing while I'm talking about it, but he didn't feel comfortable with it. And we're gonna go back there again to talk to his daughter because she's the decision maker. So we're going to hopefully do a live Zoom then and kind of knock that out. But it was a really dope call. Ended up talking about what's up, Ryan? Good seeing you, my man. I hope you brought that question that you promised me yesterday. So we'll go ahead and go over that. End up talking to another seller on the way back. Hopefully we can kind of get some numbers with him. He's open to creative, like he's down for it. He understands that like the housing market right now is not giving him the price he wants for it, and he really doesn't need the money for it. So this is a perfect scenario for some sellers. He's not motivated in the sense of like he needs to sell his property, but he understands he doesn't want to pay capital gains on it. So he rather just push that payment over time, so that way he only has to pay whatever he's given. So we're gonna work out terms with him. He has a really nice property out here in Richardson, Texas, and we're gonna figure out what we need to do with that one. So we'll go ahead and work over those numbers. But other than that, we are going to do the same old, same old. We're gonna hop on some calls, some agents. Victor, what's up, my man? Um, Say, hey, show me that deal you're talking about, DFW. Definitely open to talking about that. I saw you in the Facebook group talking about that. I'm definitely open to buying it if it's still open. I think we had a conversation about that one anyways. But other than that, it's gonna be the same old, same old. I'm gonna be on here calling agents live, negotiating with them, seeing why the seller's property or the listing has been on the market for X amount of days. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's not about the property again. It's about the relationships I'm building with the agents. So even if that property is not even the one that I'm going on for, I want to have that relationship with the agent. And so I'm thinking about I may still go with the Carolina leads that I got from my integrator, Trish. I might as well finish off that call. I think they've been adding to it. Also, Kayla, shout out to Kayla and Taylor. They've been adding calls to my DFW lead sheet for me have agent or call. Oh yeah, they got a whole bunch of leads already. See, that's why I like them. They got. Oh yeah, open to terms. They got about. So wait, follow up date. Oh, they got the follow up date scheduled for me. They got the times they talked to them. They got me who talked to them. They got the addresses, numbers. Oh yeah, what's today? I don't know what today is. 18th. So okay, so I got a few of them I gotta follow up with today. And okay, cool. Let's go ahead and call these guys. Just gonna hop into it. Unless y'all have any questions, I'm gonna check real quick. Yes, Lolita, I'm calling agents. Do you like being called Lolita or like called Lo? Because I know a lot of people that refer me to you call you Lo. So I want to whichever one is comfortable with you. I'm going for agents, not necessarily expired, but I do want to. I am going to do that next month. I'm gonna call it expired listings. Okay, cool. I'm gonna call expired listings next month. That's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna do that with a partner. We're gonna make it like a competition. But I'm also this one. I'm just doing 70 days plus on the market, and I'm just calling those agents saying, hey, like what's going on? I see it's there for a while. What's the plan with this one if you don't sell it? And just kind of just building up some rapport. However the conversation leads me, and I'm a Streamyard. Oh, I didn't even send it. Um, Wherever the conversation leads me, I'm gonna just go with that conversation and just see what we can do. And I guess real quick we'll hop Victor on before we start making calls to see what he's talking about. Yeah, they got some nice leads for me. So if they're not even here yet, I'm not gonna say hired on, but I just added Kayla and Taylor to my team. because they're dope and they're hustlers. And as you can see, like uh, they already got like leads already sent out to me, like set up for me for follow up and all that stuff. I don't have time to do all that. I really don't. So I really appreciate them for everything that they're doing. What's up, my man? How you doing?
Bro, they joined your team?
They did join my team. I had to
Oh,
scoop them up before it's too late.
that's freaking awesome, bro. I literally was talking to Michaela after. I'm helping them out with the deal. Looking for. I think the situation is, they it's on market. They want to lock it up to wholesale, and
Hmm.
then apparently the realtor is super wholesale friendly, and he's like, "Hey, y'all got a buyer?" And I was like, "Hey, let me look for one real quick." So I'm looking for a buyer right now.
Okay, good.
And then also I had to send out 4 LOIs. I'm freaking
Awesome.
excited. I'm
Cool.
excited.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So one thing I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
on one of them is a new build. I'm not sure if I should just offer half of the new build price or offer it where it cash flows.
Offer
As
where cash flows, definitely. Because that's at the end of the day, it's the only thing that matters, right? Um, and so I mean, yeah, if it's already fixed and flipped, I'm not fixed and flipped, but it's already built, right?
yeah, it's a
So you
new
just need
build.
you need somebody to live there.
Yeah, and a cash flow as in like in a cash perspective or as in like a conventional perspective.
So it depends. So I mean, however your cash as far as like getting financing from like a bank. So like whatever you end up being your purchase price, you have to make sure that you know the cost of the debt of the bank that you're getting it from. So whether it's be like they probably do like 20%, 25% cash down. So they'll finance you about probably 70, 75 to 80% of the loan to value. And based off that, however long that loan is and what interest rate they charge you, now I know Feds are going to raise it again in February, but I don't know where they're at right now. I think they're like 6.5, 7, something like that.
It's still
Maybe
freaking
higher for investors.
yeah.
Um,
Oh no. Okay, you're right. I need to take that into consideration.
so yeah, make sure you like all the. I would use Bankrate. Bankrate's a good calculator for mortgage rates. Go ahead and put the numbers in there, and then kind of based off the rent values of everything like that,
Uh huh.
what you can get for rent. Make sure that your purchase price is low enough to make the numbers make sense. You can
Okay.
also offer like buy down rates, all that kind of stuff to kind of make sure they can it's affordable for you and your tenant.
Buy down rate. I heard that term a lot, but I do not know what that means.
Yeah, so it's when the seller has concessions, pays concessions for you, um, and they buy down your rate from the lender. So say
Oh,
that it's 6.5%, and they'll buy it down to like another percent down, or they pay it 2% down. So that way you can actually have um, the mortgage can make sense as far as payment wise to you.
okay. How do you technically buy down the rate? Just paying more, or how does that work?
So you would just pay the purchase price, and then the seller would have to come in and pay concessions to go pay down your rate.
Oh,
So
so that it's more on the seller side.
yeah, so they're paying points towards your interest rate. They're paying down points on it.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Interesting. That I've seen that a lot with listings too. Like,
Yeah, and so a lot of sellers and buyers are kind of doing that because I mean the sellers are getting the price they want, kind of in a way, but then the buyers are getting the payments that they want at that point, or payments that's more affordable for them. So a lot of buyers are kind of going towards that. They're trying to
okay,
be in the middle with the seller. So yeah.
that makes sense. What else? Also, I think I sent you this on text. I forgot. I don't know if you answered, but when you send out an LOI, do you also send your proof of funds with
Oh
that?
yes, yeah, I did. I said not unless they ask for it. Usually, I don't. I haven't sent out proof of funds in I don't think like in forever, like a long time. It's been a long time since I had to send it out, and it goes to like how you carry yourself and how you carry the conversation. A lot of times they don't even ask for it. They're like, okay, cool, let's send the offer and let's go for it. But you
Right.
will have those agents that be like, let me see proof of funds. There's multiple sources you can kind of get those from. I think did I send you one of those already? I
The
know
proof
there's
of
one
funds.
inside the creative financing group already. With the
It's
files.
is it the fake proof of funds, something like that,
Not
where you just put
no,
your name?
it's like a website or something like that.
Oh, is it a flip fixed fund, something like that?
I have no clue what the name is. I just know
Oh,
it's like proof of funds, and then it has a website. I don't know what the name of it is though.
really? Because the
Yeah.
only one I seen Hanoi gave me one. You know what? He gave me the same proof of funds I had before, and
Hmm.
then Jamil, uh,
I think
the
it's Jamil's thing. Yeah.
mhm. I think you just pay $1, and apparently they pick up the phone too, which is
Yeah.
great.
Hmm.
Okay. What was I gonna say? So I had a realtor that was for creative, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
still send the LOI with creative.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So back to the one I was trying to talk about yesterday.
Mhm.
Um, it's all right. I remember you had you were dinner with Hanoi, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Nice, nice. I love Hanoi. That's my guy.
No, he's great.
No, so I spoke with the realtor yesterday. She's gonna pitch it to her sellers
Okay.
to do creative. All I know is that pretty much they've got their lowball offers. It's turnkey. It's in the HOA. It's really nice. Purchase price $499 in Satchsea, close to
Exactly.
Garland.
Hmm.
I don't know how to say that, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
got you.
But and what was I gonna say? I just know they bought it last year. I think they do have some equity because I seen a mortgage on it for like 290 ish in the area.
Hmm.
Um, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, 290. And I said, hey, if we could pay their asking price and I could pay a commission, are they open to do some creative? And she was very open to it. And I scheduled a call with her Thursday, which is tomorrow. And all I know is that if they don't sell it, they're gonna throw in some renters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I was dealing with that situation today, so that's a perfect situation. Just
Oh,
today, like
really?
I was hopping on the phone, yeah, like the one I was just talking about happened, and I was telling him, I was like, to be honest with you, like I'm not the kind of person to like, just try to buy a house. Like if it's in their best interest to do it, then I'm gonna tell them what their best interest is. That's what I'm supposed to do. So I was like, it's honestly better if you just rent this house out, because I mean, you don't need the money, and you might as well just cash flow from them and pay your mortgage.
That's exactly what they told the realtor told me. They don't
Yeah,
need
and
it.
I told him that. I was like, honestly, you should just do that. He's like, well, I'm glad you just talk like that because I mean that means you have my best, interest at heart. And he said, honestly, I just want to deal with the hassle. And I was like, I get that, like, managing tenants, broken toilets, all that kind of stuff.
Changing toilets
I'd
and
rather just be the bank. He's like, yeah, I just want to collect my money. I'm 70 years old, this and that, blah blah blah. And so I was like, yeah. And so that really kind of convinced him to like work things out. He's like, you know what, get your numbers together, whatever kind of comes up with you to make sense, like let's do it. I was like, okay.
yeah.
So there's that right there. So I'm gonna work on those numbers probably later today. But yeah, just being transparent with them and just let them know like if it's in their best interest to rent it out, I like figure out and then at the same time I figured out why he didn't want to rent it out
Why is that?
because he didn't want to manage tenants. Like he doesn't want to do that. Like he just wants to collect money. That's it.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, exactly.
But
That
okay,
easy.
so
But no, yeah.
I really don't know. I really don't know what to discuss on the second call. It's more like following up with
Um,
her, like seeing if her client was interested.
so yeah, just follow up with them and set up a call. Did you want to do the call on here?
I said Thursday. Should we give her a call?
I mean, I can. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah, let's give her a call.
All right, let's do a call tomorrow. And we can get on the phone with her and chop it up and see
Oh,
what.
I'll do it tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay, bet, bet.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, the call tomorrow. Like yeah, we can do that tomorrow. Whenever you have a call scheduled for tomorrow, right?
Well, she didn't confirm it. She didn't text me back. So
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you can, yeah. So I mean, let me know when to follow back up. Probably just text me later today and see what happens. We'll kind of go from there. I'm gonna answer Ryan's question real quick too.
yeah,
Do you use a different percentage for buy and hold or the same percentage for fix and flip? So speaking of ARV, ARV is typically always going to be the same, right? So ARV is the after repair value. And so it just that's what it is. It doesn't depend on if it's a buy and hold, if it's a fix and flip. The ARV is like just after you fix it up, what does the market say that the value of it's going to be like, in 2023 condition of it. So that's never really going to change. But I feel like you're asking about like how would I
what do you value it as
like
like a
the value
buy?
of it, like if it needs to be fixed and flipped compared to if I'm trying to wholesale it to a fix and flipper, or if I'm trying to do it as a buy and hold, if those numbers are different. Yeah. So when you're buying and holding it, you're typically doing like cash or going through some kind of financing through a bank. So those numbers are going to kind of different. So you actually have to input the numbers. Like I was kind of telling Victor just now, like make sure you go to Bankrate, see if the price makes sense with the cash flow of whatever rent it is in that area. And that's the kind of numbers you have to kind of do to kind of make sure that makes sense for them. On the other side of like fix and flipping, you have to put your fix and flipper hat on. You have to kind of understand like, they're gonna have to put this amount of work into it. And the houses in this area are going for this much. So depending on how much work I have to put into it, how much cash and holding costs between the bank financing and everything has to go into it. With the market shift right now, you want to probably take off some off the ARV just because it may stay on the market for a little bit. All those things go into a factor when you're doing buy and hold, and then fix and flip, and then the other side is buy and hold. So there's two different ways you got to analyze it, but I think that's kind of what you're asking.
Yeah,
So
and I noticed like lower purchase price houses are way better for a buy and hold than like a higher purchase price.
yeah,
And I've seen that and I say like not nicer parts of areas like Oak Cliff or 75216. I noticed that I couldn't find comps for properties, but when I ran rental comps, it was a great exit strategy for a buyer because
yeah,
usually you can't sell it if it has no comps.
exactly. So yeah, and it goes to know like just again like knowing the cost of debt and the fact of like the lower the balance is, the like it doesn't really matter how high the interest is at that point compared to like if the loan amount's like 300 400,000, like that's going to bump up your monthly fees a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, just make sure you run your numbers on it and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of different calculators. Bigger Pockets have one. You can
Yeah,
find
they're
one
they're good.
online.
Their calculator's good.
Yeah, there's multiple calculators out there to kind of use to kind of analyze it. But
I
yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was in my team, they we would do the 1% rule as of
I
like
don't like using that just because that's basic, and you probably can't use that as much nowadays because of the shift. Not saying you can't use it.
yeah,
I just rather be like I'd rather be right with my numbers in whatever market I'm in, because that always depends on the market you're in.
Ye-
So
yeah, I was thinking that too. I was iffy about that. Um, but for example, I think we had a property in Oak Cliff. Well, this is like before the market hit, and I think actually no, this is right after it hit, and we saw rents in the 1600 range, and then it had like a potential ADU, like a little
yeah,
separate garage. We wholesaled it for 150, which was for a rental buyer, pretty
mhm.
much. Hmm.
Yeah,
But
exactly. So I mean that's just knowing your pricing and knowing what area you're in. That's why certain people only go in certain areas because of the pricing and the rent rates and stuff like that.
yep,
But
yep,
yeah. So I'm about to go ahead and start making these calls. I appreciate you bringing that to the table, my man.
yeah. So okay, I'm gonna follow up with her. Um, man, I've never gotten this far.
Yeah, no, just keep going. Just keep taking action. That's what you're supposed to do. So you're doing a good job. And keep coming
Nice.
back at the follow-ups. I'm gonna ask you about it tomorrow.
Okay, okay. I'm about to. It looks like I'm gonna. When you send an LOI, do you ever get on the phone with the realtor, or you just wait for the response?
I just wait for it.
Nice. I gotta send four, so awesome.
Absolutely, no problem, man. Good luck out there.
Thank you, Damien.
All right, no problem. All right, let's get it going with the calls. All right. So I got it looks like three. Okay. Follow up is well, it looked like I maybe missed I saw about four calls. It looks like I may have missed some of them, I guess. German. So I'm gonna follow up with German because this is one I already talked to. I remember him. This is one guy that he actually emailed me back after I sent the LOI and everything like that. He actually emailed me back and said, actually I forgot what he said, but he sent me an email back saying that like they're open to it, but they're looking for a certain amount. Let me actually go back to the email real quick. Um, he was actually interested into it. Did I not send the email? Okay, he wants a written offer. That helps me get paid off. Pay. Owner is debt free on this property. Okay. So he's just wanting, I get, so they're debt free on this property. He's just wanting an offer that, okay. So I'm actually gonna send him another LOI. So we're not gonna start there. We're gonna start somewhere else. So I gotta finish up with him. Let's start with somebody new. Norma or Sylvia. All right, Sylvia. We don't have any notes. Oh yeah, we do. Sylvia. It says seller did the renovation himself on this home. He's looking to get asking price and only wants to have received global offers. The agent mentioned he is open to all options and would discuss creative solution. I notified the agent, my partner, to give him a call for the next steps. Awesome, cool. See, they already set everything up for me. Just like all I gotta do is come in and make the calls. That's why they're on the payroll. Cool. Ooh. All right, cool. Let's go and give him a call.
Please leave your message for.
So start off like that. One day, one of these agents will just start off by actually answering the phone, like the first agent. That's a beautiful home, though.
Hello, this is Sylvia.
Hey, Sylvia, this is Damien. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Absolutely. So my partner, Kayla, called you earlier this week about the property on, is it Ghent? Is it Ghent?
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
yes.
awesome. So, just following up on that conversation, you guys were getting like a lot of lowball offers, and so you were more curious on hearing something more creative to kind of get that asking price.
I spoke with my client, and he's not willing to sell the property for less than what is listed.
Got you, absolutely. And I don't plan on offering on that. I want to. So he's wanting 309 800, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So that's where I'm at right now. And we're in the option of doing it more creative. Are they still on? Is that still on the table? On how we get to that 309?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. This honestly, like this home is like really clean. So I'm curious on if this is like a flip. Yeah, I'm curious if this is like a flip or something. Completely renovated. Yeah, this like just got renovated.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Are you guys willing to pay the 309?
Yeah, we're willing to offer the 309. It's just the fact of how we get them that 309 has to be a little more creative than like traditional just all out cash.
How would that work?
So that's what I'm curious on. So is this like the house looks like awesomely clean. Did they even live here?
No, it's a flip.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I'm wondering. So I'm like, this house looks too clean for anybody just to been live here and then they sell it. Okay, so in this situation, they have a hard money loan on it, right?
No.
Oh, so did they refinance it out already?
Yes.
Okay, got you. Okay, so in this sense, we would come in and take over their payments and then pay them their equity, basically, and what they have left on it. So
they don't have any payments. They have all the money invested on the property.
Oh, so they don't have any monthly. They don't have a mortgage on it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's even better. So, I mean, at this point, so if we're doing like a seller finance in this case, like, what do they want in up front?
I can check with.
Yeah, but at this point, they can just be the bank themselves, and we could work out, how much we need to do to get this going for them, or what would interest them.
So if you mentioned that, so how, just in case he wants to do that, how would that work?
Yeah. So he would tell, because at that point he's the bank, So I come into the bank and I ask, like, what can I want to buy this house, and they say, okay, you need, typically, whatever it is, 3.5, 5%, 10% down, and these are your monthly payments until you pay us off, right? That's in his position. So all he's doing, he's not worried about a broken toilet, the roof being messed up. He's just worried about collecting his money every single month.
Okay. So it's just like a rent.
Yeah, well, not necessarily rent, because the payments are going towards the balance, but yeah.
By you.
But yeah, for me, yep. So what sales? Yeah, so whatever would interest him. So typically, when we're not usually dealing with fix and flip properties, but typically, what our sellers are, they're in either pre-foreclosure or they have no equity. So they're like, well, give me 5%, or give me like $5,000, $10,000 right now, that you can make the payments for the rest. Or in that situation that they're in. Now, this is not the same situation, because he has this one paid off. So we're able to be more flexible with how much we. What was that?
He wants the money, all the money. He needs to keep moving the money. So
No, absolutely. So I mean, in that case, like, like this way, we would have to give him some up front and then some over time.
Okay, well, let me talk to them, and I guess I'll call you back.
Yeah, that's no worries.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and lock you in, and then I'll probably just do a follow up with you sometime.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, I knew that was a flip. Like, I was like, that probably looks too good to not be a flip at all. Uh, yeah, yeah. Off top, like, as soon as I looked at it, and like the year was like 1961, I was like, yeah, this is a flip. But so in this case, this actually is happening a lot more often, like where buyers are not, or builders are not able to, flip their property and sell it. So they're having to basically become the bank and just finance it out, which a lot of builders are doing it nowadays. So this might be an opportunity for that. Um, and honestly, I just want the conversation to be kind of brought up. That's an option. Like, I can get you your money. It's just gonna be, over a certain period of time. I can pay you some now and some later. And that later is really up to them too. I can only guide them to where I want them to be at, but I want them to be comfortable with whatever kind of terms we end up, kind of doing. So I'm gonna make sure that's a good follow up. But cool. Let's go ahead and hop on the next one. This one was, I feel like I've seen this property before. This next one. All right. I have seen this one. Yep, I definitely seen this one. Let's see what they're talking about. Notes say, oh my goodness. All right, notes say, spoke with agent. She explained the home is in great condition. This was listed around the holidays and was not a favorable time. They also have received 0 offers. The seller is open to hearing creative. Agent would like options written up to present to seller. Okay. Awesome. So let's go ahead and just hop on the phone real quick. And this will honestly just be a quick, like, little follow up, and then probably leading to, straight to, drafting up the LOI. Let me go ahead and make notes for the ladies too. This one is June. All right, cool. All right, let's give her a call. All right. I don't know her name.
Hello, it's Tawny speaking.
Hey, Tawny, this is Damien. How you doing?
Hey, I'm well, thanks. How can I help you?
I am calling you about your listing on Jupiter. My partner reached out to you, Michaela, about your seller. And last I read from the notes that, you guys were pretty open to hearing about how we can creatively kind of get the seller their asking price. Okay, awesome. So honestly, that's kind of all the notes she left me. Do you mind kind of catching me up where you guys last left off at? That I can just fill in the blanks.
Yeah, do you mind if I call you back? I actually just sat down for lunch.
Oh, hey, go ahead. Each one. I know that's important.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. That's no worries. So we'll call her back. Cool. I'm trying to see who else we have. I missed a few of them apparently. So, all right, next one is Liz, which actually I think I sent her a LOI already, and I don't think they were interested in it. Oh, that's what she wanted me to go see it, and so that's the reason why she didn't want any blind offers. I think this one also was a flip. Oh no, it wasn't. These pictures are bad though. Like they took a picture, so I'm gonna show y'all something. They took a picture of a corner of a wall, like the ground corner of like a wall, as one of the pictures. Like this, that's crazy. And these are like two different pictures. And these are like I don't even. Yeah, this is I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that. They have tile in the living room, like the bathroom tile that you put like in the tubs, all like around the wall, like the normal basic ones. They have that in the living room. So I don't know what the plan was there, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going those calls. Let's see any more follow-ups here. The rest are set up for tomorrow. So we have like 5 follow-up calls for tomorrow. So that'll be good things to set up for tomorrow. So that's cool. I think I made no. Yeah, that one's already. This one, follow up, open the terms. All these are open the terms. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I definitely want to call these guys. I wonder if I can call them early. I'm gonna get with these. I'm gonna get with them today and to see if like the ones they already scheduled. They sounds like they already scheduled those for that time. So I'm gonna just leave it there, and I'm gonna go and follow up with the calls I need to do for North Carolina. Glorbell also hit me up yesterday. So if you guys were on the call yesterday, Glorbell was an agent that had 2 properties right in North Carolina. One of them, her sellers are actually investors as well. One's a wholesaler, one's a agent, and so they're actually open to. They actually was fixing a property they have, and they just didn't feel like putting any more money to fixing it up, anything, or they ran out of money for it. So they're actually open to creative, and so she texted me back today actually saying that they're open to us coming in, funding the rehab job, finishing the project, and then getting paid on the back end after it already sells and gets fixed up and everything. So that's also something that's called innovation. And so that's just, that avoids us having to go out, get a loan from a bank, having to put in a heavy down payment, have to go to the higher interest rates, having to pay all that. We just work with them, bring the money for it. They keep paying the mortgage and stuff like that. We may give them a down payment. We haven't even talked about that, which I'm gonna try not to. But all we're gonna do is just bring in the funds to finish the flip, and they'll take care of the mortgage still in the project probably, and just get paid on the back end once it ever sells. And it probably will take a while, so the market hopefully will settle down by then, which in the prices in a reasonable range as well. So yeah, hopefully it can get back to a point where it's affordable for somebody out there in Charlotte. So she is expecting a follow up tomorrow as well. So I'll get on that call. We last left off here with Kent. All right. Notes. just isn't moving. It was a fix and flip. The seller and they're just upside down on it now. The numbers we have are incorrect. It's for the broker, but not the agent. Kent's number is blah blah blah. He has no idea what creative is. It needs explanation. Totally remodel, new kitchen, blah blah blah. Mortgage, not aware, but mortgage status. Call him. Okay, cool. Just go and give him a call. See what's going on. So this is a situation where it's a good time to talk about the Plano house. Let me get to that in 1 second.
Hi, thank you so much for calling.
Double call, double call.
Hi, thank you so much.
Come on, Kent, bruh. Trying to make you some money, man. I'm gonna give him a text. Hey, Kent, I was calling about your listing on. They usually. Oh, there we go. 7 East. All right, and yeah, any questions y'all guys have, go ahead and throw it in here. Appreciate it, Chris. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Yeah, any questions you guys have throughout these calls, just go ahead and drop them in there. I'll answer them as I go through the whole time. In the meantime, definitely just know. And yeah, if you have any comments about all I'm saying, if you have any different ideas, the ways I can say it, I actually want to make it like more fun for myself because I am doing this every day, so that can be a little bit boring. So I'm thinking about doing a challenge. So tell me what y'all think about this. So I'm thinking about a word that I use every time. No, you appreciate it, Levon. I just saw your text, so I will be able to right after this. I can do it. Um, I can talk about those two properties in Plano and Dallas. But the idea is I want to pick like a phrase word. I'm gonna let y'all pick out the phrase word. Like any word y'all do, I'm gonna have to say that word like multiple times in like the conversation. See how many times I can say it. Like you can use grape or jackhammer or I don't know whatever word it is, and I'm gonna have that conversation. I'm gonna just keep saying that word as many times as I can in like the conversation without like being like weird about it, but just make the conversation flow. And I'm gonna focus on that. And so I'm gonna let y'all pick the word. So whatever word y'all pick in there, I'm gonna use that word. Whichever one I like out of y'all's ideas, that'd be dope. So make it fun for me, please. What's the word? Anybody just put any kind of word. It don't even matter. We gonna make it work. A word that I can pronounce too, because y'all know I'll be slow on like saying words. I can't even say street names. I need one word. Anybody, one word. Just type a word in. Text, call. I'm gonna figure out a word. So I'm gonna come back in the chat in a minute and see if y'all put a word in there. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep going. Angel. Notes. The property is a rental property. Seller doesn't live there and is current vacant. It's a rental property that's vacant. They have a small mortgage on the property, warm and welcoming 3-bed. Okay, they put some detail in this. Asked how much money her client wants to have when it's all said and done, but agent said it's confidential between her and the. Okay, that is pretty aggressive. Angel Smith. See this property. So it was a rental property and it's vacant. So they're just paying 2 mortgages, or they might have it paid off. It could have it paid off. So they could have it paid off and they're just paying, money towards it, but they did drop the price about $20,000 last month. So I do see a tad bit motivation. Let me see how many price reductions they had. So they had a few price reductions. They had about 4 price reductions. since October. So I do see a little bit of motivation. But they dropped to 10,000, then another 20,000, then another 20,000. So I do see some motivation there. So they probably could be paying two mortgages the way they're dropping the price, and it could have been vacant the whole time. So I'm about to make that call. Excellent. Okay, I'll use the word excellent. Why not? I don't even use the word excellent, so it's gonna be weird. All right, so I'm gonna see how many times I can say the word excellent in just a casual conversation. Let's go. What's the number? Mm-mm.
Hello.
Hey, Angel, this is Damien. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm excellent. I cannot complain. I'm blessed and busy.
Good.
Good. I was actually calling you about your listing on McKendree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so what's kind of going on with that? It looks like an excellent house.
It's it is an excellent house. I think we missed the market. Listed a little bit high and then kind of started chasing the market.
Yeah, no, that's happening to everybody right now. How's the sellers feel?
How did the seller sell? Well, the seller is a real estate agent, so
Oh.
she knows that.
So she already know what's up.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, okay. So so I am calling from a follow-up. Is my partner Vanessa talked to you guys earlier. So to my understanding, this is a rental property.
Yes, it was a rental property, and they are wanting to sell it so they can buy a house in Florida.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. I was actually just dealing with that, just like with the like two properties when I bought it was the same thing. Like the agent was the seller, and they wanted to buy another house out here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Florida's great. I'd rather move to Florida than Texas right now.
Yeah. They
Um,
want to retire, so
yeah, and
they
the
need the money
weather
to buy a house.
and the weather's excellent over there, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's see here. So what I'm looking at, the home looks great. So I'm an investor, just to be upfront with you. I'm an agent and an investor, so I'm looking at this one as far as an investment property. And I would love to kind of add it to portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Just right now, obviously the way you know and your seller knows, the market's really kind of crazy right now with the rate. So it's kind of forcing us to, buy a little bit lower than what we really want to, So I don't want to be that kind of investor that gives you a way low ball offer than the value of the property because it looks like it's in great condition.
Mm-hmm.
And my end goal is here, like I want a cash flow from it. So I'm trying to get to that point. So if I'm open to, giving your seller their asking price, are they open to, kind of working on me creatively getting that asking price they're doing?
Are you looking for creative financing?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, they need the cash to go buy their other house.
Okay, that's no problem. We can do that. That's so the one I was talking about in Fort Worth. We actually did the same thing. We actually gave them a nice size down payment, so we can actually purchase this other property, and then we just gave them money for the rest of it. Paid them towards his equity for the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be something maybe we can work out?
If you want to write up something in an email and send it to me, I'd love to present it to them.
Excellent.
Okay?
I love that so much.
Mhm.
Let me make sure I have a great email for you, Angel. Is it the one that's here listed on MLS right here, or is it a different one you want me to use?
No, it's the one that I use on the MLS.
Okay, awesome. And this is my direct number, so I'll probably just text you my name and information. That way you can go and save me in, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
All
I
right.
look forward to getting it.
Absolutely excellent. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that's 6. That was a good word, Ryan. Six excellence. 6 excellences. That was kind of fun. So somebody do a new word. I don't want to use excellent again. That was actually a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, another word is cool. So somebody else throw another word in there. But she seems like she may be open to it, so we're gonna follow up with Angel as well. Angel, follow up with the LOI. on that property in McKendree. All right, cool. All right. And again, I'm using REI Reply. So far, I still do like it. I really haven't had a chance to really dive too much into it, but like again, like I'm not really a good organized person, so anything is good with me right now. Next, Miles. He hasn't heard of creative deals and is willing to know more about it. Awesome. The property is vacant and not in good condition. Better for tear down and rebuild. As asking price is more on the value of the land. They want to sell it ASAP, so the time frame and price is important. Okay, time frame and price are important. The family is owned it, and no one lives on the property. Seller wants to sell it and divide the proceeds. No mortgage balance owed outright. Okay, perfect. Let's take a look at it. He's open to hearing about more creative. Don't know if anybody's followed up with them, but I am. Let's take a look at the property real quick. It says better for a tear down. That's the part that kind of makes me a little yikes. 500,000. Okay, so they're winning 500K, and I don't see no comps. That's okay. So if we're doing creative, we can. So when dealing with creative, I'm sure you guys heard that it's not to say the purchase price doesn't matter, but it's not as important whenever you're doing creative because at the end of the day, whatever tenant or whatever extra strategy you end up doing, the idea is for them to pay down whatever kind of monthly payments you have, right? So depending on how long they hold that note out to, I care more about how long I hold that 500,000 than how much that purchase price actually is. So that's kind of what creative. If they can have the asking price they want, it's just if they give me the terms I want, then we're good to go. There's $1 million sounds like a lot to pay back to somebody, but if you're paying like $1 a month towards it, then that don't seem like that much, right? So all about the purchase, all right, all about the monthly payments. So they want 500K. I'm not really seeing any comps over here. Um, there's some home. Man, he's asking for the world. I'm looking at just some properties in the area, and they're really like all around like 350. So he's open to creative. Let's just give him a call and see where we can go from there. Let's see if y'all give me another word. Amazing. What's all of these adjectives? uh, what's up, Harrison? Good seeing you, my man. Amazing. Okay. Well, amazing it is. Let's see. Call it what? Oh, okay. 76. All right, bet. Amazing. Hey, Miles, this is Damien. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. I can't complain.
Doing good.
Yeah, I was giving you a call about your listing you had out for Mount. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Is it Ola?
Mount Ula.
Ula. Where's that from? Do you know what that is?
Honestly, I don't know. This is my first time hearing it.
Same. I'm like, is that a North Carolina thing or I'm from Texas, so I just may be brand new to it.
Oh man, is that where you calling from right now? Texas?
Yeah, I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Still warm out there?
Man, you know it is.
Cold?
It's no, it's stay. It don't. I don't know what cold season is. Like we get like it for like a month, maybe we'll get like a cold a month, and then the rest is like hot to like all the way from February to like November type.
No, definitely. I went out there. I remember I visited in July, and it was like I was sweating bullets.
Oh yeah, you just gotta step outside. You start sweating.
Right. But yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, no, I wanted to call you about that one. My partner, I guess, talked to you last month about it, Vanessa, and she brought up, working out something with creatively kind of getting your sellers at asking price they're looking for.
Yep. I remember she called about owner financing, and I told her that my sellers aren't open to doing that, but they're open to just the cash offer.
Got you.
Very, very interested in that. But she said she was going to write something up, but she never did.
Got you. And that's usually how it happens. I'll probably just have to look further into it. Maybe she didn't write it up. This is me just being curious. What kind of stopped them from wanting to do like owner financing?
Just because they don't care to hold the property. They really just want to just get it done. Like,
Yeah.
It's a family property. They don't want to go through the headache of having to, split everything up, for the seller financing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're really just in a pickle. Just want to get this property sold. I've been talking to another buyer right now. I think about to type something up for a cash offer, just so they can, do a cash quick close, so they could be done with it. So that's why I was like saying, if you guys want to throw an offer at us now, so we can compare the two, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. I can definitely probably get that started, and that makes sense. They don't want to split things up. Is it a estate, or is this just they have to split up for some other reason?
Well, it's like basically time of the essence for them, just because like the main owner should get to that time of like passing, and it's gonna go into a state if they don't sell it.
Got you.
Now in a sense. So that's why they're just willing to sell the property at a discount in order to get the be done with it.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I mean, they need so if they don't sell it in the time they want to, they'll have to go through even more hassle to even try to spread it off. Makes sense. Okay, then cool. So I mean, our best thing that we need to do is probably get the best cash offer we can do at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. So I mean, I was looking at the property and everything. I think I can get a good judgment. I'm not seeing any pictures of the inside though. Is that just on my side or?
I mean, I'll have to send you the pictures of the inside, what it looks like. But I guess on y'all's end, I mean, what are you guys looking to do?
So it really depends on that side. So if it's like if it needs work done inside, then we can make it like a flip maybe. And we'll go that way with it. But if it's rent, like what would you say is rent ready inside?
No, it's not rent ready. Like this is more of a property for. I mean, that's why I was just trying to figure out like the best value for this property is to develop on the property.
Oh, okay.
But to just keep the house and try to renovate the house, you probably won't really get the best bang for your buck. I mean, especially you have to put some money into the property if that's the case. But yeah, so that's why I was trying to figure what you guys are trying to do.
Yeah, no, so I'm really open to it. I'm really just trying to fit in like wherever we can, honestly, with it. And see what the best use of it is at the end of the day, So you're saying from your perspective, because you already seen the property and kind of know what the ins and outs in that area is. You're saying the best use is probably just to tear it down and start over with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that'd be amazing. Okay, cool. So I'm open to that. I'm open to it. So I'm assuming the price right now you guys have it is just like the value of what the land, or it looks like a lot size.
I mean, yeah, we're at 500 right now. Again, the value of the land can definitely go up. If you obviously work with the city to get the land entitled and
all the permit paperwork stuff. Yeah.
But again, they didn't want to go through all that hassle, so they decided to say, hey, we'll just sell the land for $46,000, for the acre, like per acre, in a sense. I mean, in reality, land is selling, in the hundreds of thousands per acre.
Yeah.
But they were just looking for someone to come in and scoop this property up so they can be done with it. But so that's why we were just saying, whatever the investors, willing to pay for it, just have them throw an offer at us, and all I can do is present it to the sellers and see what their thoughts are.
Okay. And so honestly, with this one, Miles, I'm gonna go on your expertise on this one because I don't like doing developments anymore. That's not really my thing anymore. So this one may not be a good fit for me, but I do like you. I mean, you're cool. You sound like a great guy. So, and you know the area really well. So, I mean, it'd be awesome. I'm really trying to connect with more agents out there in that area that can kind of, we can help each other out, bring me more leads, and I'll be your buyer for them, and you can represent me.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So, I'm looking in the Charlotte area mainly. Do you work in that area a lot, or are you kind of more in the Moorevilles?
I mean, I'm really just everywhere. Like, I just look for, off market deals and stuff like that, and just, make something happen.
Okay.
I'm all over, really.
Okay,
What's
perfect.
the name of your company?
So I'm with A to Z Property Solution. So I mean, yeah, and that's the one I usually buy under, but it depends on which area I'm buying in. Honestly, in North Carolina, that's the one I'm buying in is under that LLC.
Okay. Wait, are you the owner?
Yeah, I am the owner.
Oh, so it's funny. So I guess the person who called me was just one of your.
Yeah, one of my VAs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But then they kind of gave you a lead, and then you came in and called to try to seal the deal. Smart stuff.
Exactly. You know, man. I'm just trying to be great out here.
You sound pretty young. How long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing this I've been an agent for about 5 years and been investing for about a year now. And so I guess still new around the game. I always got, a lot more. I'm 28.
28. Okay, I'm 24. I'm about to turn 25.
Yeah. See, you're already in the game young. You definitely started like around the same time I did. So
That's pretty cool that you already have, people, like you guess you're like paying them a small fee to go out and just cold call, but it's like on my end, right? Like I'm basically having to do it all on my own, and like I just have my, my guys, like my investors, my buyers, ready to make a move on something.
Exactly, and that's the way I started.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, right? Like it's just so fun, just cold calling. I mean, you called me as I'm cold calling right now. So.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like I always say, it's the most fun I never want to have again. Because like sometimes it is fun, and then like I don't want to do it again. Like I don't want to, like I understand like what it was then. I don't want to go back to it. So, but yeah, I definitely that's where I started off at, and you're on the right pursuit. Like you're already doing your thing.
Definitely appreciate that. So, I mean, what's your kind of buying criteria? You like to buy single family homes, multi-family homes?
So I do like multifamily, but I'm really focusing on single family as of right now. And so right now my business model definitely pivoted. The market did a crazy, twist right now. So me just going out getting loans from banks is like, crazy with me trying to do high interest rates. And it's still trying to cash flow from it. So right now, what I'm actually doing is I'm going to a lot of these pre-foreclosure, no equity people that, some kind of motivation, like where they need to sell, and I'm just taking over their mortgages, do subject to, do subject to, and then doing it that way.
Owner financing and I forgot what's the name of it when you just literally take over their mortgage, like
subject to.
Oh, subject to, okay,
yeah.
So that's super, super smart in that case as well. And then how did they end up getting paid on their end?
So I either pay them up front or sometimes, so like I was saying, a lot of times it's in pre-foreclosure. So sometimes I'm just paying up their arrears, and I may give them like a few thousand up front just to get them out of their debt. That way they don't have to worry about a pre-foreclosure or foreclosure going on their credit for like 7 years and not be able to buy a house. So I'm kind of helping them out. Some people that have say they have equity in their house, like these guys, they have a lot of equity. Sometimes I just take over their mortgage and then I make them payments towards their equity, and I'll give them a down deposit towards there. That way they get the full value of their house, and they don't have to get undercut by wholesalers just trying to give them half the price of their value of their home.
Yeah, definitely. And that's typically your main motto. Like you really only do seller financing or subject to, or do sometimes you can bring other equity partners in to buy property cash?
Yeah, so honestly, you're right. So both ways really work out. Is really I always try to cater to my sellers and in whatever way is best for them. Because in this situation, they need a cash offer because that's what they want to do. They don't want to split up. So I kind of want to be, versatile to make sure I can handle this if they want to go this way. But I'm always wanting to go the creative way just because it's easier for me to cash flow, and I don't have to take out as many loans. I can just take someone else's loan over and just still cash flow and get the people what they want.
Definitely. Yeah. It doesn't sound like you're like you said, you're on the right track too. Like every investor has their own, ways of running their business, and I think that's the coolest thing about real estate. Is just kind of doing whatever works the best for you.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, that's the thing. It's and we got you all the way out here in Carolina, unless you're just looking all over right now.
Yeah. So I actually have a multifamily out there in Charlotte.
Really?
And so and I just love the Charlotte area. I go there a lot. So I just like everything about it. It's in a really good market too. So Charlotte, Florida.
How many years do you have in Charlotte?
408.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I partnered with my mentor that goes to the whole course. So if you look up Pace Morby, he's my mentor, and so we're partnered with him in that North Carolina multifamily over there. And
Dang.
yeah, it's like a really cool thing that they do. So and we took that one over a subject too. So we did creative financing with that one. So that's why I really like creative financing and doing things more creatively because we can like get large units like that with probably no money out of our pockets.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, that's like, oh yeah, I know Pace Morby now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking at. I remember him. Dang, 408 units. So is that just apartments or is that also single family?
No, it's apartments. So it's a 408 unit apartment building.
Oh, it's literally a 408 unit apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's the stuff I dream of getting, and
Let's do it then. Let's get it going. Like the thing is, if you bring me leads, I'll show you how I work it, and then we'll that way you can learn at the same time while getting paid.
nah, facts. Wait, when did you all buy that 408 unit?
It was in Charlotte. It was what's the name of it?
Or when? I'm sorry, when?
Oh, when it was in August.
Oh, so y'all just closed on it.
Yeah. We closed it in August, September. It was like August, September, one of those times.
Man, because that's the thing. Like, like again, going to my cold calling, like, I feel like my biggest hurdles or barriers I have to get across is like either it's a big corporation who it's hard to get to the owner, or I talk to the owner and they just have no. They don't plan on selling it, like they don't ever want to sell it or whatever the case may be. But I do see a lot of, new buyers in this market, who just bought in the last, couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, how are they getting their hands on this? Like, and it's so funny. Like today, I called. It was like probably like a 100-unit apartment in Kannapolis, and the owner was like, "Oh man, we actually already have this property under in an LOI." I'm like, "How the heck did I miss that?"
Right.
It's just like, man, that's some cool stuff though. I mean, yeah, I'm sure y'all cash flow like crazy. So that y'all seller finance that one too, or y'all
Yeah.
bought it?
Yeah. So we seller finance that one too. We use private money to carry the other note of it. So what we did was we got a bank loan for what they needed like up front, and we covered that with a bank loan, and then they seller financed us the other half of it, and then we just rose money through private money lenders and other resources just to fund it, and that way we were no money into the deal and just cash flow from it.
Man, that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess, man, okay. Because that got me thinking, like, I wonder if, so like, I have this lady in Kannapolis, and I'm gonna have to find her info, but she has like a 17-unit apartment, and she was asking like $3 million for it, right? But
Yeah.
like, obviously those numbers didn't make sense for the purchase price. But I didn't talk to her about seller financing, like
Yeah.
that had been an option, like, because at the end of the day too, if the seller finance number for what she's going to be making per month, if it's the same as what she's making now, or maybe a little bit more, like that it could possibly make sense for her. But do you guys also do like a balloon payment, like for the next 5 years?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we it really depends on the seller, and we'll always negotiate to what's the best fit, and also cover ourselves to make sure that we can actually like, because I rather like under promise and over deliver, honestly. And
Yeah.
so I'm always the one that's being like super conservative with the numbers, and I'll agree to what they want, but I gotta have some kind of contingency in there to protect myself just in case, like I need to push out another year or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And people with multifamily units, like they understand creative a lot because that's the way they bought their property a lot of the time. So people with like apartment buildings, like they understand creative financing, and they're open to like subject to or assuming loans, or just doing seller carries all the time. So that'd be something I can definitely, if you want to dig into that one, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, for sure. Because I do know also, like, when it comes to seller financing, like, obviously for like an agent who's bringing the deal, it's hard for the agent to get paid. But when you're working with the right buyers who are doing it,
Yep.
You can just become a partner in on the deal.
Exactly.
Kind of get your commission that way, which wouldn't be shabby, especially if you have that one or two, owner finance guys that, as you're looking for deals, you come across a deal that may not work for your cash buyers to get paid right away, but you can then just go ahead and, pick up some properties that you own yourself, along the way. I think that's the coolest thing.
And no, that's exactly right. Two agents I just bought properties from. They had their house on the market, and I bought it from them, and I made sure they got paid their full commission on my side. Like the seller didn't have to take care of it.
Oh man, so I guess that yeah, exactly. You can get paid that way too. And just on the front end, the buyer can pay commission and not the seller.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's some good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to, keep your info here. This is your cell phone number?
Yeah, it's my cell number. So yeah, text me or call me anytime, my man.
Definitely. I'm gonna text you my info and text me your first and last name, and then you say A to Z Realty.
Yeah, A and then the number 2, and there's Property Solutions.
Oh, A to Property Solutions.
Yeah, A and then A, the number 2, and then Z, and then it's Property Solutions.
Oh, Z. Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I'll text you. You text me. Get our stuff saved.
All right, bet. I got you, my man. I'll go ahead and lock you in right now.
All right, bro. Good talking to you.
No problem, man. Good luck with that property.
Yeah, I need it.
Right. All right, my man.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, cool. I actually forgot the word, and I had to go back to figure out what it was, and it was amazing. But that was an amazing call. So that was, I think I did like 4 times. No, Miles is funny. He's a cool cat, and he's young in the game. So I always love younger agents, younger crowds, millennials. I think he's still a millennial. I think it's like 25. Millennials are in the game, so that's really cool, and definitely connect with him on other deals. But just not this one. Just not the one we're talking about. Let's see what this is. This one was, should I still send the offer or wait till the realtor responds? Huh? I don't know what to say to this. Yes, send it. Okay, cool. I feel like I had somewhere. Hey, Damon. Everybody spells my name wrong. Like they all spell it differently wrong, but they all spell my name wrong. I have this probate property that my team is looking at. So this is Shay's an agent in DFW. And so I actually want to call her now. She sent me this lead. And so this is what I do. If I like agents send me lead, I'm just gonna call them and just say, hey, what's going on?
Hey, Damien.
Hey, Shay's right now a good time with you?
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay. I was just checking out. All I saw was like I had this probate property. I was like, let me just call her.
Okay.
So what's the situation with this one? Is it done with probate already?
Let me ask. Hey. Z, is that property done with probate?
No, we didn't have to go through probate. It's not probate. We're doing the early. Affidavit of action. Yes, I do, James.
Yeah.
I know we're not going to probate.
They're not going through probate. They're doing the affidavit of area.
Okay, so it's ready to go as soon as they get that all finished up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay. I'll definitely take a look at it. I hadn't even put in the address yet. I just wanted to see what the situation was. But so they're ready to go as soon as they get the right offer.
Yeah. So the situation is, just give some background. The seller is the deceased owner's sister. She's like in the process of cleaning the house up and things like that. She was trying to get it sold, before she leaves town, but she's asking for like 60 days after the sale of the property for sort of like a lease back, so that she can have more time to just clear everything out.
Okay.
But she's very motivated right now.
Okay.
Like, they're asking $254.
250 for it. Okay. I am possibly open to the lease back. I don't know about 60 days. That might be a little bit stretch. Is there any wiggle room on that? Maybe like 30 or something like that.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
I will have to talk to my team lead about the specifics because it's really her deal.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kind of trying to help get it off the ground.
Got you.
So I can talk to her about the specifics of that. Do you prefer like a 30-day lease up?
Yeah, I'd rather have 30. Just to so I won't have that much holding costs. I might be open to it if we work something out. Um, I'm looking at the pictures. So I'm trying to figure out the address. So is it like what's the address? Is it like 9 SSS or is that just like blocking out the numbers?
Oh, I didn't know you couldn't see it. It is. Oh, yeah. Hold on. It's 9716 Emberton Drive.
Okay. And that's in Dallas.
You see it?
Yep. Yep. I just put it up. And this is not on the market, right? This is off market.
It's off market, yeah.
Okay, got you.
We're trying to get it sold on the market first, but if you need it, they'll put it on the market, but we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah, I got you. But they're not trying to put anything together to put on market. They're just trying to sell it as is.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I'll definitely run my numbers and see what I can do as far as a cash offer. Um, if cash doesn't work for them, are they open to kind of doing things more creatively to kind of get that price?
Can you repeat that?
I said, so if I'm not able to come up to her asking price for my cash offer, is she open to doing it creatively so I can still get her that price?
You know what? Just send me what you're thinking, and
Yeah.
I'll send it over.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll probably email.
Offer the-
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll email you both ways. Like I'll email you my cash offer and I'll email you my creative offer and see which one best fits for her.
That's perfect.
Oh,
And
okay, cool.
I also appreciate your time.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said I appreciate your time. We'll talk soon.
Oh no, absolutely. Sounds good. All right. Cool. All right, cool. So we'll send Shay a LOI as well. I got a county side. Malachi, I'm glad you're here actually. I actually did look at that property today. Can you come on here real quick? I'm gonna send that thing again. I looked at that property today. I had some questions about it. Um, if you could hop on, trying to remember what my questions were. Let me go back. Let me go back. All right, yeah. Malachi, if you can hop on real quick, and I can go over that property that you sent me because I did look at it today. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Hop on real quick, and I can go. You got me on the plan.
Hold
Because I
on, hold
did
on.
look at
Both
it
of
today.
these. Go.
All right, there we go. Let me see. Let me see if I wrote down the question. I know I probably didn't. Let me see where it's at. The pictures definitely helped out. What I was so was the plan on were they remodeling that property or like what and they just stopped or what was going on?
So I don't know if you remember the conversation that we had a while back about them listing it with an agent.
Yeah.
They never got really much traction with that, so they thought, all right, well, let's try and fix up what we can and see if we can get that offer price. And so I went out there today with a fix and flipper that was interested in it, and whenever I went out there, I noticed that all they really have done is just painted.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's all the same doors, all the same trimming. There's no new trimming, but yeah, that's it. That's all they've done is just painted.
Yeah,
And
because
then,
that's what it looks like. I mean, it's like they just covered the ground just to paint the walls, which I mean the paint looks fine. Um, and then the wood, but it's not like it's in terrible shape though. like from like it's not in terrible shape.
Yeah.
It just kind of looks all over the place, but stuff is just there.
Yeah.
And also it was like some doors in the middle. Is that doors that like building a room? What was going on there?
So I guess they took all the doors off and they're just repainting them.
Oh, so they were just leaving it there so they can just paint it.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, is that trying to make a room or like what was going on? That's a small room. Okay, cool. So what? Remind me what their asking price was. Because they're only doing cash, right?
Yeah. It has a reverse mortgage, and like I tried thinking of
That's what it
something creative
was.
that we could do, but I just don't. I don't see anybody willing to put up that 150 to get that out the way and then just finance the rest. But
Yeah, and I don't think that's gonna work out too because what the asking price is. I mean the 150 to pay them off, and then what are they looking for like in their pocket like day of close? Like they want everything, or they're willing to pay like pay the rest over time.
with the situation that they're in now, I feel like it'll have to be a cash offer just because they've waited so long and they've come into so much debt with like the nursing home, and then one of the daughters is paying all. She's slowly getting into more debt, trying to pay off this debt,
Yeah.
and then we have other family members that have been going out there doing work, so they want to get paid, and their asking prices is just all over the table. Two of the kids, they're like, just sell it for whatever we can get it for. One of them's like, well, I want at least a reasonable offer, and then the last one, he's like, I don't know, I want 400 or 440.
Just being greedy at that point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Makes sense. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know how much work really needs to go in after the fact. I think honestly, if they put everything back together, it could be rent ready. Am I wrong? Like, what would you say needs to be fixed still on it?
The windows, definitely. The AC unit, the water heater,
Oh, that's
the
big ticket stuff.
yeah, the septic tank will need to be pumped again.
Hmm.
I remember. I don't know exactly everything that they've done, but whenever we had it under contract, we had our buyer come out there, and she had the inspectors come out, and they're like, it'll take like 50 grand, and she's like, that's fine, and she was even willing to pay even more whenever we got into all that fuss with them, but she ended up buying a new house, so she's out of the picture.
Okay. So I'm putting in the address right now again. Um, it's a 4x2, right?
It's a 3x2, but it has an extra mud room.
Oh, that's just a mud room. Okay, got you. And rents aren't bad out there. What are you like thinking? Like maybe 2,000?
Yeah, I want to say that was the exact number that I had whenever I did mine about a year
Okay.
ago.
So about 2,000 for that. And so at the end of the day, if I'm doing like all cash, it would just have to make sense. Like I was explaining earlier, like it would just have to make sense for that point.
Yeah,
Now if it was to the point where they're open to doing this creative, they can get more money for it.
hmm
But me off the top thinking like 2,000, like it's gonna be way lower than what they were saying 400 wise. I know that for a fact.
yeah.
Like, and honestly, it might be like around 250, and
That's
that might be pushing it.
that's the exact purchase price that we had under contract for.
Oh, 250?
Yeah. Well, I had it under with my family for 245, and the buyers they were going to pay I think 250, and then they went up to 260, and then 280, and then everything just fell apart.
Mm. Yeah. And honestly, I think 250 is kind of tight for it too. Honestly, it depends on what you do with the property. And the only thing I feel like you really could do is either like you could either do a rental or maybe wrap the loan around and just do it that way.
hmm
Um, mm, that's tough. Um, and is this the one that you're working on with Myron?
No, this one's actually a family situation.
Okay, got you. Hmm. So honestly, if I'm thinking just initially, just from what I'm looking at the numbers wise, I'm thinking like maybe like the best I could probably do is like 225, and that still might be cutting it on my side.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I even want to like put my full amount behind that, but I'm seeing that like that may could work out because that's kind of raising like my TI like around maybe 1500,
Mhm.
or like I can probably compensate that 500 to allocate towards the other stuff maybe a little bit. But then again, I'm also having to replace the water heater, the AC stuff, like the
Right.
windows, all that kind of stuff. So that price might drop from that point.
Especially if you go outside, it looked like they had termite damage back then. So it's pretty much almost all around the house. It's like on the bottom, it's like eaten away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs some love a lot.
Yeah. And I know you already expressed this situation to them like plenty of times.
Yeah,
And they're just not trying to hear it.
back then they really weren't, but now they don't have an option.
Yeah.
The nursing home that my grandmother was staying in, they were like, all right, well, that loan or the house has to get sold for Medicaid to kick in, and if it don't, well, then y'all gonna have to start paying, or she's out. And they didn't pay, so they've just been bouncing her from house to house.
Really?
Yeah, and she needs like 24-hour access care, so no one. It's really like a pain in the butt for everybody. So there's just a lot of pain right now, and they're
Yeah.
ready.
And they don't want to do seller. They don't want to do subject to. Oh, it can't be the mortgage. I forgot. Mm.
Yes,
So they just need to pay off that, and the loan left is about 150.
yeah, just about.
Okay. So getting a loan to cash the 150. So the things. So what I'm thinking of initially right now. So say that I'll call him back later. So say that we went in and did the 150, took out a loan to do the 150, right?
Mhm.
And got that mortgage cashed out. Now at this point, you know, how if we were to do the price that they're wanting, say that we do 250, or maybe we do give them some more bang for their buck a little bit.
Mhm.
Like at the end of the day, all we really care about is the cash flow because it has to make sense for us too to even buy it, to even
Yeah.
help out, right?
Yeah.
So if we're coming in there, get a loan to make that work out for the 150, probably take some more into it to kind of make it work out as far as a. So if I'm taking out I'll probably take out like 175 so I can fix everything up too. Use that money to fix everything up. I'm looking at probably like a $1,200, $1,300 payment or monthly payment, PITI, around there. Now that's doable with the rent rates, right?
Mhm.
And so I can do that. Now at that point, it's like, how am I going to pay them monthly as well
Yeah.
with doing that? So they have to be mindful of that. Like now, they might get lower payments in the few years, but I can do it like maybe a quicker balloon, so they get all the payout after I can refinance and do what I need to do.
Mhm.
That might be their only way that I'm seeing maybe could work out, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be an idea, but that's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. I'm just one person that's kind of thinking about it, but that's
If
what I'm thinking is the best case scenario.
if we were to do something like that, how would because I'm just thinking like kind of the objections that they would be giving me. One of the things I feel like they might say is, well, I'm having a brain fart right now. The nursing home, I believe, I don't know how much debt they have on that, and then the other people that are doing their work, they're gonna be like, all right, well, where's our money? Blah blah blah. And so that's where I feel like we're gonna come into a roadblock. Because if we pay off that 150, we're not gonna want to put down more money because it has to make sense for us. You get what I'm saying?
So what I'm thinking is if we take out the 175, right?
Mhm.
We only need to cover 150 for the rest of the mortgage.
Mhm.
That other 25, say, what if they get like 15,000? Would that pay for things?
I would have to double check on that, but yeah, I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
Like maybe they can use that up front to kind of pay for what they need to. That way we can have like no payments for a couple of years
Yeah.
until we can refinance. And that way they can take care of what they need to and everybody kind of gets something right now.
Yeah.
And then maybe like towards a couple of years later we can start doing payment plans. So, everything kind of even out.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that could work. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah,
Do you
that may
know?
be able to work.
Do you know how we would be able to? How do I say it? What their plan originally was is they were going to put the proceeds after like the mortgage and all the debt was paid off, that they were going to put it into a trust.
Mhm.
Would there be a way for us to be able to make payments to that trust as well?
Absolutely. Yep. Definitely.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
absolutely. Yep. We can definitely do that. We can just have the proceeds go. And so what we'll do is just set up like a servicing company with it. And we'll have the servicing company go send that money directly to the trust fund,
Yeah.
and it'll be deposited in there. So whatever they want to do with that at that point, we can have that kind of done.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely. It's kind of weird. I don't get the chance to speak to all four of them. It's kind of like I'll speak to one of them, and then the message will be just spread it out.
Yeah.
So I'll just, yeah, I'll get
You
again.
need to get on a Zoom call with them.
Definitely. They're a little bit old school, so they're not really technology savvy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hop on a phone call or something with all of them because last time they got upset. Only two of them were at the table talking to us. Then they got mad that only one of them was. So I need all four of them now.
Yeah. And just be straight up like, hey, I got a plan that we might can do to kind of, alleviate some pain from you guys and stuff like that. And try to get them all on a phone call, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely follow up me that. Definitely follow up me with that. I want to see how everything goes and see if that's a good plan for them.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely good.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna need something, they're gonna want something done like pretty quick. So I don't think that they'll be waiting very long to answer me back with what we want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm glad you brought it up here. That's and I'm trying to think who else I can probably say like to reach out to about it. Maybe they may have a different solution. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. I
Mhm.
can't really think. I don't really see anything else that I probably could do to work it out. Um, and they had it listed with the agent, but wasn't getting any traction. Did they get any offers?
They had one offer. It was an out-of-state buyer from California. They actually let them live on the property, not in, but on the property for a few weeks or a few months. And they slowly started moving all their stuff in. They had the electricity in their name. And then all of a sudden the AC unit went out. And they're like, all right, well, we want 15 grand to replace that or just take it from the purchase price. And my aunt was like, no, we're not doing that. Like that's ridiculous. And so they packed their things up and left.
Wow. Now they kind of wish they kind of kept them.
Yeah, that was the only offer they had close to that.
Okay, and that was at the 250.
That was at the 400.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then whenever that buyer left, the agent upped it even more to like I think like 445.
Go back to this property. I wasn't seeing anything like that. Like I didn't see any comps around there at all, actually. But I
Good
didn't.
comps, no.
You said what?
I said good comps, no. I mean, there's a lot of new builds, but that's the thing. That house is not a new build. I think it
Yeah.
was like 88, 87.
Okay. Yeah. See if they're open to that, and I'm gonna do some more digging on it today. So I just know it's a lot of lot size. That's like the thing. I'm sure that's what they're wanting the more bang for their buck for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of land. So I can understand that. But yeah, we got to figure out what's the best case scenario for the family at this point. Okay.
Yeah, you'll most likely be hearing from me soon, within the next
Okay.
day, about that one.
Okay. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Keep me updated, and maybe we can get them up to that price. If the terms make sense, then like I said before, like I'm not too worrisome about the price as long as I'm not gonna go crazy with it. But like I'm not as worried about that as long as it makes sense, like
Cash flow.
cash flow wise. So yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Hopefully we can get something going with that, because even if we can't get nothing, it's still stressful on me, because like at the end of the day, my grandma will come home and she'll just talk about it, and I'm like, sell it.
Yeah. That's like I say, if I just sell it.
Just sell it.
No, I understand. But no, man, you're doing good stuff, so I appreciate it. And anything else you kind of bring up, let's work on it.
Definitely, yeah. I don't have anything new, but I'm working on a few deals right now. The one that me and Myron have right now, we still can't get it to close. The agent,
Oh, really?
yeah, the agent's like dead set on the note's gonna get called due, and he was like, it's very unethical, blah blah blah. But he loves the offer, but he just won't accept it.
So, and Myron's talking to him, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah. We'll hop on three ways. Or like I did the agent outreach, and he had concerns, so I was like, all right, let me get my partner on. He'll explain it better, and he did, and he was just like, well, just hard headed, really.
Yeah.
Hard headed agent.
Yeah.
Hard headed agent.
So it may just take time for him to realize, like, this is the new game.
New wave.
He's probably, is he an older agent?
He sounded pretty young.
Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe just uneducated.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, like that. Not in a bad way. They're just uneducated because they haven't learned whatever what we're trying to do. And so that's what I mean by uneducated. But yeah, so yeah, and a lot of times that's what it is. I mean, you're an agent too now, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So you get it. They don't teach us in real estate school. Yeah.
No. And that's another thing too. Like with the comping, whenever I did these schools, like a lot of the teachers were saying that they use new builds for old homes, and then even the agents that I went to for my brokers are like, oh yeah, we just use new builds in our comps. I was like, wow,
that's so crazy. It's like, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. That's really crazy. But that's what they really teach you. Like they teach you the wrong way they teach you how not to get caught, but they teach you the wrong way how to like actually get money. So that's what's crazy to me. But yeah, definitely follow me there. I'm definitely interested in see what we can do.
Sure. I appreciate you letting me come up on this live, talk about
Absolutely, man. Anytime. Absolutely.
Content.
Yeah, no worries. All right, my man. I'm probably gonna finish up here in a little bit anyways, but I appreciate you for coming on.
I appreciate it. I'm not exactly sure how you sign off on.
Oh, I got you. All right. Cool, my man Malachi. Liban, what do you send to realtors for creative offers? So I usually send I'm assuming you meaning other than LOI, because I send the LOI first out of the first initial if they wanted to see something. After that, I would typically send a contract. So we in sub 2 we have a seller sub 2 seller financing contract that we use that kind of outlines all the terms, stuff like that. Unfortunately, we can only use that if you're a sub 2 student, so we can't just send that out. And again, I don't even write my own contracts. I always use a TC to send my contracts out for me. So, yes, sir. Good stuff, Ryan. I always send a TC to do my contracts. So I just leave that up to them, and they fill everything out, and they're always appreciated. Good stuff, Ryan. I'm happy we got that the LOI sent out. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that that property gets on the contract. That's the one. I'm assuming that's the one we talked about. That was a pretty good property, so that'd be awesome if we can get that one going. Definitely bring that on live if we can. If we get a yes from it. I had an agent just call me back. I don't know who it was though. Let's see. I might be on here like an extra 30 minutes because I was late today, but for good reason. I did have an agent call me. Hey, this is Mitch. My email is wanky. I want to make sure I don't miss your proposal. So Mitch yesterday, I guess he sent me a different email now. He just emailed it, or he just texted it to me. So Mitch was one that we talked to yesterday. I know. Mitch is somewhere in here. I don't know where. Yeah, Mitch. So Mitch was one of the ones we were talking about his his listing, and he wanted to make sure that we sent over the offer, which we did. Creative. So yeah, Mitch was he was open to doing creative. Yep, he was open to doing creative. We sent him an offer, but I guess he didn't get it. So he just sent me a different email. So he is open to creative. If anything, I'll probably hop on another call with him. to tomorrow. So I'm gonna resend that email I sent over yesterday to him today, and see if he wants to hop on a call to kind of better explain it. But he's open. He's texting me, so that means he's probably not getting much attention from it, and he wants to see my offer. So is this Hanoi? Simple man, cool. Hope you're on the live, buddy. I hope he's on here. He might just hopped on. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few more calls and knock him out. Miles is a really cool dude. Let's knock a few more of these calls out. All right, guys. So pick another word. I need one more word. I need another word for the next call. So y'all pick a word. I'm gonna keep saying it as many times as I can. I think I did amazing like 3 or 4 times. The best one so far is excellent, which I didn't think that'd be the best one. I did that one. I think it was 6 times. And so y'all pick another word for me to use on this call. Patty. The property is vacant. The owner is in a nursing home. Everything is in good shape. No repairs needed, but as everyone has a different taste, might need some updates. Reason for selling: the owner is in a nursing home. The mortgage agent has scheduled tomorrow. Da, da, da. Okay, so this is actually a pretty this asking price is not too crazy for 126. That's not too crazy. So I'm actually curious on what this one looks like. So let's take a look at it. It's actually a pretty affordable. Now, if this is like a 2-1, then I can understand. Yeah, it's a 1-1. That makes sense now. This is in I don't know what this is. Mount Gilead. This is a 1-1 property. So it looks like it's like an ADU type of thing. Like maybe it's something that you can do. Mary the pastor. Hi, this email from yesterday. I like to send your information to who's this? Oh. Hello?
Hey Damien, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. I spoke with this agent who's a property owner at the same time, and he's the perfect term, for term.
Okay.
And he's saying like, oh, I'm gonna see the market. I think I should just sell. And I told him like, if you're so good and you know how the investing world works and how risk it works, shouldn't you take advantage of your equity you have in this house, where you have cash flow coming to you, and that $100,000 you have, we can structure it where we pay. And he didn't say no, he didn't say yes. And with creative, I am not like so confident in dancing with them.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you could just talk to him like completely new, like not even say I spoke with my partner told me about you, nothing.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Is it an on market lead?
Yeah. He said he sold multiple properties. He have 2 left. This one and another one.
Okay. Is this one an on market lead?
Yeah, it's on market.
Okay.
And he fixed it up. He couldn't sell it the way it was, so he went back and fixed it up a little bit. We kind of had a good call. Like he's a cool guy. He wants to help people buy houses.
Okay. Awesome. How long ago did you get off the phone with him?
Around 12 o'clock.
Oh, that was 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's been some time.
Give him till tomorrow, so he sleeps on it.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Like you call him maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want him to think that like it was a back-to-back call. So I'll be happy to call him tomorrow, to see, kind of give him some air so he doesn't think like we're trying to blow up his phone. But yeah, no, I definitely can give him a call tomorrow and see where he's at with it. Definitely.
Yeah, I did tell him I'll follow up with you in a week or so,
Okay.
but we can even wait. Hopefully, it's not like whatever happened is going to change overnight. It's been on the market this long anyway. 60
Yeah.
days or something.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I just need like that confidence in someone coming in and kind of telling him like, hey, you know a lot, you know investing world. This is another way you can do your investing.
Yeah. No.
You know,
Absolutely.
instead of letting it go, and yet you don't have the responsibility, and you can do whatever else you want to focus on.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. I'll be happy to call him. Send me over the details, and I can make sure I call him tomorrow.
Awesome, I'll do that. Thank
Absolutely.
you, Damien.
No. Absolutely. All right. All right. Bye.
I'm blowing your phone. I apologize.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, I said I'm blowing your phone, and I do apologize.
Oh no, no, you're fine. No, you're absolutely fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, thank you, Damien.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
All right. I'd like to send this information to you. When's it good? Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Mary, the pastor ended up texting me too. She said, I'd like to call you sometime tomorrow about the information you sent over. So the LOI for her as well. I'm gonna follow with Mary tomorrow. Figure out what time she wants to come. I'm not. But Lisa. Mary. Mary is one of the ones who called yesterday as well about her offer. So I'm gonna make sure I follow up with her tomorrow. LOI. And also Mitchell offer LOI. Okay, cool. So I got both of those guys down. Let me see if y'all picked a word for me. Uh, marvelous. I don't back down from no challenge. We're gonna do marvelous. This one's for you, Malachi. Marvelous. Where's my tab at? Marvelous. That's hilarious. So yeah, back to this property. This is literally a 1x1, so I can see why they're going for 125. It's like a tiny home. It's smaller than a tiny home. Let's see where this is at. This is right by a lake, though. What if this lake is? I'm curious. I am curious about it. Is this like it's an RV home or? See, wow, says large greenery section. Da, da, da. Okay. Oh, it's been on the market for a minute. And she's in a nursing home, so she just wants to sell this one. Okay. Let's just give him a call and see what's going on. If anything, I can just call her and see what else she got going. Talk to Patty. Marvelous. Oh man. Patty.
Hello, you've reached Patty Edwards.
She sounds like a seniored agent.
Hello,
Hey Patty, this is Damien. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. I was giving you a call about you had a listing out on a Cherry Court.
Oh, yeah, the one in Twin Harbor?
Yeah. Well, no, it looks like it's in Mount Gillett.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
developed.
Okay.
It's a development.
Yeah, you can tell I'm not a native of North Carolina. I was looking at that one. I was kind of wondering. It looks like a little nice home right there. What is it like on a pile of land, like a ADU type of thing, or is that just itself?
It's just the land itself goes with it. It is a deeded property that goes with it, but it's just a little small piece. I mean, that's a gated community. A lot of people have second homes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what they call a park model.
Oh, okay. I never heard of that before.
Yeah, well, they're big out here, so in North Carolina.
Okay. And so is it just a part of another home, but it has its own kind of deed and, like you said, like own land to it?
It has land with it.
Okay.
The park model itself, it rolled in there on wheels like a mobile home is.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, this looks like maybe like a mobile home type of square footage and everything like that.
It kind of, it's the same thing. It's just small square footage, but it's just
Okay.
the heating and air is not but about maybe 4 years old at this point.
Okay, got you.
It's a bigger unit, so if somebody wanted to add on to it, it would, be big enough to heat and cool square footage if somebody wanted to make that thing bigger.
Yeah, I see that. I know you said it was a gated community. Does this come with the HOA on it?
It does. It's the HOA is hold on a minute, let me think a minute. That just went, I think it's about $500 a year.
Oh man. Oh, the year. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking you said a month.
Yeah.
That's more than probably the mortgage. Okay. Okay, got you. I mean, it looks like a cute home. I like the area, and so I was really just trying to see what I would. So I'm an investor, so I'm an agent as well, but I'm mainly looking at this one as far as an investment. So I'm trying to see what's the best in your kind of expertise in that area. What do you think the best kind of uses for this one?
Are you looking at it to use as a rental property or to flip?
Well, I don't really. I mean, it looks like it's ready to rent. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't have to do much to it.
Yeah, it does need a refrigerator because there's not a refrigerator
Okay.
in it. But other than that, it's clean as a pin. I mean, it's if somebody could. It's just one of those things. I've been selling in that market for 18 years. And have been selling in Twin Harbor for 18 years. Those places, you don't get a lot of space, I guess I need to say. Those are small lots. They're usually, most of them are 0.07 to 0.10, something like that. Is about what the size of the lot is. That one comes about the same size, but it is up against common area that the development owns, which is like a greenery section. So it feels so much bigger.
Yeah.
Because you don't have anybody looking in your face. You butt up to somebody else, but the space that's in, is in front of you. So it's a pretty nice little place. I mean,
yeah, it gives me like
the lady that owns it, she's 90-some years old. It's for sale because they're putting her in an assisted living. And that's the reason they're selling it.
Gotcha.
They just don't use it anymore.
Got you. So does the go-kart come with it?
Both of them. There's two.
Oh, really?
There's a blue one and a purple one.
I was kidding. I didn't know that options will come with it.
No, they both go with it.
Oh, awesome. That's marvelous. Okay, cool. So my thing is, I'm trying to see the best use of it. So renting it is probably the play on it right now.
Well, see, it starts picking up in there about April. Between end of March and April, it starts getting, people start coming back for the year, and it stays wide open. Somebody could really keep that thing rented all the time if somebody would just do it. I used to have another one that I had for sale. Well, I've had several in there in the last few years that I've had for sale, and they would rent it while it was for sale, and I kept them rented all the time.
Okay. Who'd you rent to? Just tenants, or did you have like a specific niche of clientele?
Well, I have my own website, and so I would always just list on my website when I have something for rent, and I get 10 to 15 calls about every other day. And once the weather started getting warm, people asking, do you know anybody that's got one for rent? I used to have an extra one myself in there for years, and I would rent it in the wintertime to people from New York and Pennsylvania and places like that. They come down and stay down here in the winter months because we were warmer than what they were up there.
Yeah.
And I kept mine rented all the time, but I did mine by the month when I did it.
There you go. That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
And you got to just change it.
Like they would prepay for like 3 months at a time.
Yep. And that's the idea I'm trying to go for because I'm looking. So I cater to traveling nurses a lot. Traveling nurses, traveling
I got some
professions.
people that I help find houses and stuff around, and that's what they do. They rent to the traveling nurses and nurses only.
Marvelous. I love that.
Yeah.
So that might be my game plan with it. And just they can have their own little house and stay there for about a couple of months and do what they need to do. So is this close to any hospitals? Do you know?
Yeah, you're close to Troy Hospital, and you're also close to Albemarle, which is a pretty good sized hospital.
Okay, I'll definitely look those up.
Yeah.
Albemarle. Okay, so I'm definitely interested in it. And I'm looking at the price. So okay, so let me do my work on it. Do my homework. Now I know what the use of it can be. And I'll reach out to those hospitals to see what they're open to and see what I can do.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Thank you so much,
All
Patty. I
right.
appreciate it. And actually, since you
Thank you.
said it, you say you work with other investors that kind of are looking for rental properties and everything like that.
Right.
Are you open to adding another buyer to your list?
Of course, I'm always
I
at it.
know you're not gonna say no to that, right? So I'm mainly looking in the Charlotte area. Are you dealing with a lot of properties in that area, or are you mainly over here?
I do some. Now I don't go all the way over to South Park or anywhere like that, but
Okay.
I grew up in Charlotte, so I know a lot about Charlotte, and I'm open to it. It's just that I couldn't do Charlotte as a spur of the moment type thing. I'd have to know in advance.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
Charlotte is such a large city. And I'm in the same MLS as the Charlotte. That's who I'm in with. So I've done quite a bit of business up there, but it's just one of those things. The traffic is so crazy in that area.
Man, it is.
If I go to close a piece of property up there, it might take me 3 hours just to get to the closing attorney by the time you wait through traffic over there in some of those areas.
No, absolutely
So
right.
it's a lot. It just takes some scheduling. You have to really schedule that in order to be able to make that work.
Okay. And so
Okay.
no, I was saying so in my business model that I'm using. So as far as how you can use me as one of your buyers, I'm dealing with a lot of no equity, a lot right now times or people in pre-foreclosure. So I'm doing a lot of subject to and seller financing just because I'm not trying to go out and get any bank loans because they're being ridiculous right now with the rates.
Right.
So I'm doing a lot of people that just need a move because they're relocating, anything like that, where I can still pay them their asking price and just make payments towards their equity or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
and I'm making sure that I still pay the agents their commissions and everything like that, so everybody's still happy. But that's been working for me right now. So if anything, just use me in your back pocket. If like the cash offers are not coming in like they need to for the sellers, I'm giving them the asking price. It's just I'll give them some now and then the rest later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll definitely lock you in as my North Carolina contact in, or just I'll put it as a
Okay.
North Carolina contact. And really, it can be outside of Charlotte. I'm open to it. If it's a deal, it's a deal, right? So
Right.
I'm really
I'll tell you
open.
some good areas. Like the areas over around Lake Tillery itself and Baden Lake itself. Those are very good areas for investing in property. Anything around those lakes.
Okay.
They're popping houses up left and right around Baden Lake, and that's where I live over on the Baden Lake side. But I sell more on the Tillery side because I've been working over there so long. But it's just one of those things. Those houses are popping up around the Baden Lake area, and there's some new developments going in over at the Tillery side, but those are being sold through True Homes and all that. And so they pretty much have that niche over there. But on this side, those little houses are selling for like $300,000, and their lots are not very big. They're not even a half-acre lots, and they throw those houses up so fast, I'd be scared the wind blow them down. But they're selling $300,000 easily, and they're getting gone left and right.
Okay.
The minute they finish one, they end up with a contract within 2 or 3 weeks on.
And even still with the market the way it is right now?
Yep.
Really?
It's still unreal. I can't believe that, there's so many people that are still buying houses. I've been doing a lot of business in the Asheboro area and a lot of business in the Salisbury area because I got two different buyers. One wants the Salisbury area and they buy for the nurses, the homes for the nurses. So I do a lot of business over there looking for stuff. And then I've got a guy in Salisbury, in Asheboro that's wanting a house. And, you know, these houses, we'll go look at them. Like I looked at one the other day and it went under contract already. I mean, it's like people are still buying them left and right.
Yeah, and I actually heard that.
I thought they would slow down some, and it has. Don't get me wrong, it has slowed down, but not to the point where I thought it would be kind of a standstill. But it's not. There's still a lot of houses and a lot of properties going under contract.
Yeah, I believe it because I mean I've actually I don't know where I heard it or read it at. I probably heard it because I remember somebody saying it. But North Carolina is still doing this thing over there.
Yeah, it is. It's holding its own. I mean, even as far as down the coast. I mean, I've got clients that are looking down that way towards Wilmington and Carolina Beach and all down in there. And every time they find one that they like, they'll call me and say, "Hey, this one come on the market." And then they'll, you know, within an hour or so, I'll get a message that says, "Well, it's already pending."
Right.
So it's hard. I mean, it's really hard for a buyer right now to even still get stuff, even with the interest rates increasing and all. But I mean, and I closed one in Troy the other day, and the girl that bought it, her mama works for the State Employee Credit Union, and she said they did the daughter's loan, and she said we've got stacks and stacks of loans. She said people are not slowing down a bit, and she said car business is the same way because they do car loans too. And she said you got a stack that's head high that's for houses, and you got another stack that's 2 head highs that's for cars. People are either buying cars or buying houses.
Exactly.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, I like that, and also the Wilmington area is really I like Wilmington area.
Oh yeah, it's nice down there,
especially like downtown.
I love anywhere that I can walk.
Right.
I just walk, you know, to restaurants and stuff like that. I think those are the areas that are the hot little areas to me.
Don't they have that battleship?
Property.
Yeah. Don't they have that museum or that battleship thing over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real big eye catcher. Like I know a lot of people go over there for that. Okay. So yeah, okay, awesome. So like you know the whole area. So I'm definitely gonna save you in and just follow up on what's going on with you and definitely just have that connection with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, Patty, you have a great day, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, bye. I should say you have a marvelous day. Forgot I could have got one more in there. But cool, that was cool. Patty's awesome. And I added another agent to my North Carolina wheelhouse. So cool. And honestly, I think I'll call 3 agents, so 4 agents. On 2 of the 3 agents in North Carolina, we didn't even talk about the property really. Like we kind of like talked about it briefly, and then we really talked about something else about the partnering up on different deals. Them telling me their expertise in that area, and just how they do their business and stuff like that. So just talking about whatever the case situation is, and just letting them talk. And just having to say, hey, look, I'm gonna follow with you next time, and just to see how everything's going. That second conversation I have with her, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, like I appreciate you calling back. That's like a week follow up. I'm gonna say, hey, I just want to check in, see how everything's going, chit chat a little bit longer. Say, hey, look, I'm not mean to hold you too long, but I just want to see how everything was going and just keep that connection with us. The next time I call her, if she can calling me, say, hey, I got this. You want to take a look at it? And then we'll just start building that connection. So that's honestly what I'm doing a lot of the times. Shay, that's why Shay called me about that property, because I did the exact same thing with her. We hadn't even done a deal yet, but I called her about a deal she had listed. And we just like continue following up with each other. And now she just calls me and says, hey, Damien, I got a probate lead, this and that. She texted me that earlier. You want anything to do with it? And that's how it starts. So that was a funny word. Marvelous. Cool. I think I'm gonna do one more call. and then I'm gonna wrap it up for today. And I will be on time tomorrow. I promise you. Let's see. Chandra. She said that she will present him the offer and he will decide. The house is vacant and has a lot of work to do, but the seller wants to hear an offer and not to negotiate. Wait, but the seller wants to hear an offer and not to negotiate. I don't know about this call. I don't know if this is even something. I'm not gonna bring up the last conversation. I'm just talking to, like I said, Sandra. We might not even talk about the property. Trying to see what is going on this week for what? Oh, okay. That's another property. Let's give Chandra a call. Last call. I feel like Chandra might not want to deal with me after these notes.
Well,
Hey, Chandra, this is Damien. How you doing?
hey, Damien.
Hey, so correct me if I'm wrong. I was looking at a listing like last month that you had, and it was like an Andrew Avenue, but now I'm not seeing it. Is it still listed? It was like Andrew, like Angier. Is that one still for sale?
5 lots, but no, it's been sold.
Oh man.
3857, the corner lot is still available, but all the rest of them have been sold.
So is the lot just a lot, no house?
It's the lot with the hardwoods on the corner.
Okay, maybe I'm not seeing that one. So the one I was looking at was like the 3855.
Yeah, with the house on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been sold.
Oh man. Chandra, why didn't you call me?
What do you mean? Why didn't you call me?
No, you're right. I called too late. Okay, that's no well. Congratulations on making that close. That's awesome.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, we have some other ones, but not them with a tear down on it.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe we can work on the other ones. What else you got?
The 3857 on the corner is available.
Okay, and that's on the same street.
Negotiable, huh?
That's on the same street.
Yeah, that's the one on the corner.
Okay.
And then 1415 Concord is another lot that you can build on. There's nothing on that but the lot. And then there's two more lots attached to that lot. Not attached to it, but that can be sold with it.
Okay, got you. And this is just by the same seller?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. And are you mainly dealing with lots?
No, the 1514 Concord is sold by North Carolina Mutual. Then there's two other lots, one on Calvin and one on Dunston. All three of those are being sold together, I think, for $60,000. I'm not looking at it right now.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay. And you already have those listed, right?
They're already listed.
Okay,
yeah.
I can just take a look at those. That's no problem.
Yeah.
So are you mainly working with sellers that have lots, or is that just right now that's what you had?
Yeah, that's just what I have. I'm with HPW now, so a lot of the stuff that I had listed, I'm not going to be doing a lot of that anymore because I'm managing and broker in charge of their firm, one of their offices rather. So.
Oh, you got a promotion.
Well, I have my own firm, so I don't consider it. I consider it a unilateral.
Okay. There you go. No, I definitely understand what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, so I took my team with me to Caldwell, and they're working still as a team, but they're doing all the like listings and dealing with buyers that I was doing.
Yeah.
And they may still be dealing with some investors that I throw their way, and I'll let them know that you're still looking. But for the most part, I'm trying to get out of that you know, like that type of the market. I
Absolutely.
just want to like manage and help other people be great.
There you go. That's what it's all about. Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So, I mean, would you? I'm mainly a buyer out there I'm mainly looking honestly in the Charlotte area. This one just came across because it looked like a good deal, which it was because it got sold, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm looking mainly in the Charlotte. You know, I can outsource Wilmington, Raleigh, all those kind of areas. Would your team be able to help me out with that?
Well, I know people up in Charlotte. You just let me know. Like maybe text me your criteria and I can pass it on to someone else. The other thing is Fayetteville is a really good market too, and down that way, if you're looking for like places that you can turn into rentals or that you can rehab.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I mean, with this market right now, I'm not really trying to, I guess, get my hands too dirty because I'm not trying to, deal with those high interest rates right now. Probably until like the, quarter three or so, when they kind of stabilize out.
Right.
But I'm still open to, taking on some rentals and stuff. So right now, my business model is I'm really, I'm doing a lot of subject to and seller financing, and taking over people's mortgages and helping those guys out because they're either like have no equity or they're in pre-foreclosure or something like that. So I'm kind of utilizing that a lot right now, and helping those sellers out. But I mean, if anything like that comes across, I'd be one of the first ones in line if they want to add me to their tool belt.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll just pass your name along to people that I know deal with a lot of that. You know.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay, I appreciate that so much.
Okay. Well, we'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good. I'll go ahead and lock you in.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Take
right.
care now.
All right, you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, cool. So, she'll lock me in. I'm gonna do the same thing with her. Just keep following up, and keep going on with that. She was a really good call. Trying to remember her name. I forgot her name. Her name was Sandra. Sandra. Sandra was really good, and she's connected a lot. So she's a head over a lot of realtors. So if she passes my name down to other realtors saying like, hey, this is a client that does this and this and this, maybe those client or those agents that she has under her team will just reach out to me, send me those types of leads. So I want to make sure I definitely stay in contact with her. Broker agents. Cool. So I appreciate you guys' participation in the word game. I think I'm gonna do that a lot more often. That was kind of cool and fun to do for myself. To kind of have the wordplay thing. So yeah, next well, I say next week, tomorrow when I'll come back on, make sure y'all guys have some words for me to try to spit out while I'm also kind of doing the call, and I'll see if I can like get past 5 on each one of the questions or each one of the words that y'all kind of post. Other than that, y'all have a fantastic day. I appreciate you guys again for supporting and being here, and participating in the lives. So y'all have a marvelous, what else y'all say? Marvelous, excellent, and amazing day.